folks, Creepy Kentuckian here with you from deadpit.com. Today we are taking a look at the newest release from Vestron Video / Lionsgate. It's a part of their Vestron Video Collector Series. This is a 2-disc set of the Dentist Collection. Now these movies are staples from the 1990s video store era. A lot of people that grew up in the 90s remember maybe renting at least this first movie and watching it and having a lot of cheesy good fun, because everybody out there has a fear of the dentist. There's a lot of people in eastern Kentucky, that's their worst fear. Because, you know, going out on a Friday night, having some drinks, cooking some meth, smoking some meth, rotting some teeth. So that's kind of the thing here in eastern Kentucky. A visit to the dentist is almost like going to the funeral home. A visit to the funeral home. They played upon the fears of those who hate going to the dentist and made a slasher / psychological horror movie starring Corbin Burnson. There's 2 movies, and they're both in this set. And we're going to go ahead and get into them because these are both loaded with extra features from our good friend Michael Slipcase Felcher. And it's a pretty sweet addition, guys, to be quite honest with you. But we're going to take a look at it today and answer the question for you. Is this worth picking up? Or should it be one that I just go to sleep on, boss? With that nitrous oxide. The first dentist film from 1996 stars Corbin Burnson. He plays Dr. Alan Finestone, DMD. And he has the typical lifestyle of a rich doctor, right? Has a beautiful wife, a huge house. But he does have some issues. You're like, there's something going on here. He's mentally kind of not there. What drives him over the edge, however, is when he witnesses his lovely wife give fellatio to the pool boy. And he kind of snaps. And who wouldn't snap, man? They show that in graphic detail. Skinamax style in The Dentist. And he starts to descend into total madness with visions of violent acts that soon become more than just visions. And now it is up to Detective Gibbs, played by the legendary Ken Foree, to investigate the murders and what all is going on and the craziness and everything. This movie is a lot of fun. It has early appearance from Mark Ruffalo, which I kind of cracked up at. He's kind of early on and briefly in the movie. A lot of people are like, well, this is a staple of the video store era. This is like 90s straight to video goodness. But no, actually both dentist movies were released on HBO initially, and then afterwards, I think Trimark, Vidmark released them on video. Corbin Burnson also has the voice in his head. He's much like Randy Orton, and he kind of narrates the movie as well. There's a lot of gruesome death sequences in this movie. A lot of sequences that play upon the fear of going to the dentist, which is really cool. Stuff that you have nightmares about the dentist doing to your teeth. Ultimately, it's the doctor's descension into complete insanity in this movie, and that is The Dentist 1996. The sequel is simply called The Dentist 2 from 1998. Dr. Finestone, he breaks out of the mental asylum and assumes a new identity in a small town. He falls for another beautiful blonde woman in the movie, played by Jill McWhorter. And very similar situation happens in this movie. So he thinks that he sees Jill in love with another man, and of course insanity ensues there. This one is definitely nowhere near as good as the first movie, but it's cool that they included it, even if it's, I see that movie more as just a special feature in this collection. The movie does have Clint Howard in it. It does have some interesting scenes in it, but overall, I think just due to the success of the first movie, they decided to release the second one on VHS, and it was on HBO as well, I think in 1998. So this Dentist Collection here is a 2-disc edition from our good friends over at Lionsgate. All of these Vestron video series initially come with the slipcase, of course. There are special features for both movies, which I think is really cool. Now, Red Shirt Pictures, aka Michael Slipcase Felcher, did all of the special features on this, from what I understand, including brand new audio commentaries with the director Brian Usna and special makeup effects supervisor Anthony Ferrante, isolated score and audio interviews, which I think is interesting. That's something that you don't see a lot of anymore, is those isolated scores that used to be included on the DVDs. It was commonplace that these things were on the DVDs, especially the horror movies. Both films, though, have the isolated score and interviews with the composer Alan Howarth and director of photography Levi Isaacs for both movies. There is some video interviews on this as well with Corbin Burnson. It's like a 16-minute interview segment called The Doctor Is In. Medical malpractice, and an interview with co-writer Dennis Paoli. And the team behind these movies, same team behind a lot of the other like Stuart Gordon movies. Like Brian Usna and Stuart Gordon and Dennis Paoli worked a lot together back in the day. Stuart Gordon is a co-writer on The Dentist as well. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us to give his insight. We did speak with Stuart Gordon years ago on the radio show. Very cool guy, very down-to-earth guy, and he's definitely missed. Mouths of Madness, interview with Anthony C. Ferrante and makeup effects artist J.M. Logan. Steel Gallery trailers. On the second disc, you've got a video interview segment with Jill McWhirter. It's called Jamie's New Neighbor, and you've got a separate interview, A Tale of Two Dentists, an interview with the producer Pierre David. This is a killer edition, guys. This is one that's like, what is it, $10, $11 at most retailers, Walmart. You can go to Best Buy and get this. This is a no-brainer. This is one that you'll definitely want to pick up. All of these releases from Lionsgate are boutique editions for a bargain price. And honestly, guys, this is one of the highest recommendations I can give you. If you're into the cheesy horror goodness, the first Dentist movie, it doesn't get much better than that. Corbin Burnson's portrayal in both of these movies is great. I've always thought he was an excellent actor, and he just never really found on film that iconic role that he just never did get it, unfortunately. But this is an amazing performance by him. I think it's one of Brian Usna's very best movies that he ever did with The Dentist. And this is one, guys, you want to check out. So opening up the package too, you do have a digital copy included with both movies. And both of the movies, which I think this is very cool, have their own disc. So they did not skimp and put two movies on one Blu-ray, which I think is very good. A lot of companies do that, and it pisses me off. But anyway, guys, high recommendation for the Dentist Collection. It is out now from Lionsgate. Check it out and check us out. We're over at deadpits.com. Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
don't.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
Hey everyone, it's Oak Early Jaws. We got some great shirts for you. We got Faces of Death Part 2. We got Creepy Stories to Tell in Kentucky. The Colonel Would Approve. We also got DeadPit.com. We got Dead Pit Radio with the little fucking Dead Pit dude on there. We got It Never Ends, a Halloween spoof parody of the new movie. We got It at Night. We got the Rat Pack, Uncle Rat himself. It just gets better and better. So go on and get you some shirts over at Team Public. It just gets better and better, boss.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.